Hey, Doug, how you doing? Yeah, that's okay. So just so you know, when if you don't post by the deadline, the board will close automatically. So that's why if you post late, the board is closed. And a lot of students just go ahead and post right in the feedback area. And just my only recommendation is if you do ever find yourself posting a little bit late and typically, I'll go in and put an extension on the post so that you can post right in there. I did that yesterday in response to your message to me, but that's okay if you just want to post. If you want to post it over there, that's great. You'll be able to get feedback from your peers. So that's open, I believe, until tonight or tomorrow night. But if you want to post it in there, but this is okay. I can get your feedback right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the work which I have up where right here. And Doug, listen, I was a little concerned with some of your comments earlier in emails. And then I just kind of realized that you're just trying to be as thorough as possible. I think I might have misinterpreted your comments to mean that you weren't really quite getting it, but you're getting it. I mean, and then some. Yeah, this is really fantastic. You're definitely get it. So we have the statement of intent, and then we have the problem statement, both very important. And we've got the solution, which again is very important. By the way, when paragraphs sit alone and they're not followed by other paragraphs, you don't have to indent them. Indenting is simply an indicating that it's a new paragraph, so you don't have to indent those first lines. The solution, three key outcomes, excellent. Then we have the competition. Now, one thing I would like you to draw your attention to in the competition is this, and I'm going to go to the the treehouse example. For the competitive and competitive analysis in this example is outstanding. One of the things I really find to be outstanding, aside the fact that the page shows the interface and it's organized very well, is the fact that we have pros and cons of functionality and features, the visual design, and the usability. And I think that is really an effective way to kind of provide an all-encompassing analysis of the competitive site. So I would like to see you do that. Again, that is pros and cons of functionality and features, visual design, and usability. Okay, and feel free to use one on each page. I mean, we're not trying to conserve paper here, so really try to, if you want to put one competitor on a page, that's great. So you can see that this is like a little bit more room to breathe. So we've got different competitors on different pages. So feel free to do that. That's fine. Okay, competition, ideation, that's awesome. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, demographics, again, fantastic. Good research, good research. Prototyping and testing. Again, you can go one page for your personas. As a matter of fact, if you want, you could go one page for your persona, your storyboard, and your scenario. So basically, when you think about it, they're all intertwined, right? Scenario is the persona is the individual depicted in the scenario. The scenario is a list of events that occur, and the storyboard is just a visual depiction of both. So theoretically, what you could do is your personas list Anthony, then over here give a written synopsis of the scenario, then down here give your storyboard. And I think that you did something really, see, that way that we have this kind of one-shop stopping. We can kind of compare, and it's up to you. It's up to you how you want to do this. I just think that it might be a little bit easier to look at Anthony, look at his attributes, then look at his scenario and his storyboard all in one fell swoop. Then do the same thing for Will and Laura. Now, don't forget in your scenarios, you've only got one storyboard here. I recommend a storyboard for each scenario. As a matter of fact, I'll take that a step further and say I do recommend a scenario for each persona. I recommend 3 personas, a scenario for each persona, which you have, and then a storyboard for each. Right now, you only have one, but you did something really smart in this storyboard. By the way, you're awesome at sketching. Gosh, you're just so good at this, man. My sketches are horrible, always have been, always will be. I have to really depend on notes, which is perfectly fine, but this is great. Your sketching skills are awesome. So anyways, you kind of got a two-part. What I was going to say is I think the best way to approach storyboarding is to give two-part storyboard. One storyboard showing the persona confronted with the problem, okay? And then the very next storyboard showing the persona confronted the problem solved by using the app, okay? And you've kind of done that right here. So this is great. I love this storyboard, by the way. This is perfect, exactly what we're looking for in a storyboard. So all I would say is let's establish a storyboard for the other two personas, and that's good to go. Okay, so we got wireframe concepts. And I don't understand what a wireframe concept is, and I don't understand why your wireframes aren't together and your paper prototypes aren't together. They should be, right? So when you say wireframe concepts, they're not really concepts, they're wireframes. I mean, they're wireframes. It's just a basic kind of digital rendering of what the screen looks like, sans graphics, right? So keep all your wireframes together and then keep your paper prototypes together. Now you've got your paper prototypes listed. Right now, this looks like it's a result from testing. Now I would recommend this. Just show your paper prototypes, okay? Then show your testing sessions, all right? And then give an analysis of the testing session. So in other words, things like this, these seem to be analysis based on the testing sessions. So include that in one separate section. So in other words, you're going to introduce the wireframes, then you're going to introduce the paper prototypes, then you're going to show the paper prototypes in action being tested, then you're going to give the results. Okay, so separate pages for each. Or I should say separate sections for each. Okay, then you have design. Good job, good mood board. Good job on your type. This is great. Good stuff, man. Now, the one thing I do want to say is, what? Oh, we're missing one minor thing, and that's create digital mock-ups of a series of screens for your mobile app design. And that's important because we want to get an idea of what the visual demeanor holds in the app. So here's a great page of a series, and now note it says digital mockups for a series of screens. That means you don't have to mock up every single screen in the app, but at least 5 or 6 or 7, enough to give us an idea of what the visual posture holds. And let me show you, again, back to the treehouse example. I want to show you where this designer showed, oh, here it is right here. Here's our screen mock-up, so you can get a great idea of what the interface actually looks like. Okay, so yeah, so that's missing. We'll need that for Sunday. All right, you're doing great, man. You're doing a great job, and thank you very much for contacting me when you're going to be late and things like that. And you're really good about keeping in contact, and I think that's super important, so please keep that up. Douglas, questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, any of the above, please let me know. I'll be glad to provide anything in that regard. Just let me know. I'm right here. I'm doing double time this week because of just the weirdness that's going on in our world. So I'm just a click away, and I got your back. And I'm saying that to all students, okay? We'll get through this thing. Business as usual as far as we're concerned, right? I mean, we're an online class, so things shouldn't change too terribly much, but it is a surreal world, and we've been asked to adjust our lives in a way that no one should ever be asked to do. So I totally get it. Just know I got your back, all right? Thanks, man. Any questions at all, let me know. Thank you.